Okay, everybody's good. Okay, and I'm doing well as well. Hi, everybody. Let's try this again. Hi, it's Kim from KimOverholt.com, otherwise known as the what I'm going on behind me is the Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, but I am Kim Overholt from KimOverholt.com, the one and only. There's only one over Kim, one KimOverholt.com, and that's me. Yeah, I'm it. That's it. So how you guys doing today? Okay, I let my dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I did. I let the dogs out. They're all good now. I even scooped up poop and got everything all kind of organized so nobody steps on anything when they go out the driveway like I usually do. Last time I ended up with a couple of good nuggets on the bottom of my shoe and had to go back and change because I was going to be working and you don't want to be dragging around dog poop. Let me tell you, did I tell you about the time I went to Hollywood? Oh my God. And I stepped in a nice manicured lawn of dog poop. Yeah, it just happened to be that I was walking along. We were with friends who were moving up to Hollywood and they were trying to figure out what houses that they were going to get. So we were wandering around the neighborhoods, of course, in Hollywood. And yeah, like really beautiful manicured boulevards, but be careful where you step because, yeah. I stepped in something and then we had, we were in a rental. So I had to actually take my shoes off and try some way of digging something out of my purse to wipe everything off my shoe. And then I had to like try and find something to wash it off with. Yeah, I think we had water at the time. I put water on my shoe. It was, I had to go to Hollywood to step in shit. That's kind of, I guess, the way that goes, right? You go to Hollywood just to find it, and sometimes you end up stepping right in it, like I do. And I do. I usually have the insert mouth, insert foot into mouth problem. I say stuff and I'm like, oh, did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. Um, Sometimes I do, but it comes out funny. So I hope you are having a good day. Mine's just starting. It started pretty early this morning, and my poor hubby, he had a flat tire. So instead of going to work for 9 o'clock, he went to work for like 10 o'clock because he had to fix the tire. So that kind of delayed my time for doing other things. I have a routine that I usually do in the course of a day, and yeah, it's kind of knocked me off a little bit off my routine. Like I say, yesterday I was actually running early, and now I'm like running a little bit behind, but that's okay. That's okay. It's almost noon now, and high noon. Did I hear? Yeah, no, not high noon, not yet. Give me time. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, today is the 21st, and I have my ukulele with me today. Yeah, so I'm always learning new songs and trying to see how everything kind of fits together. See? Oh, and for a friend of mine, I want to give one of these too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lenny. Hey, happy birthday to you. And many more. Well, I know, I at least know a couple people are having a birthday today. Yeah. And I hope they have a good one. Yeah. I have a nephew that's having a birthday today too. Happy birthday to him as well. So I've been learning the ukulele now for about let's see, how long have I been away from all the madness? I think I've been playing ukulele for now about 5 or 6 years. Yeah, like steadily, like learning it. And when I had my paint nights, I used to play like Happy Birthday to people, and I used to play, my favorite song, which which my husband calls the date rape song. Which I'm so sorry that And sure, yeah, I'll forget it every time I do it. I forget it, right? Because I refer to it. It's terrible. Hold on, and you know what? I really like the song, and was Zoe Deschanel. She did it. Well, how it goes? And she had that other guy holding her. That Joseph something. What's his name? You guys know the song. I really can't stay. I got to get away. The evening has been so very nice. My father will start to worry. I don't have a dog. My mother will be pacing on the floor. Not anymore. But really I have to scurry. Not really. But maybe just have a drink more. Hey, whatever. Sounds good. Hey, what's in this drink? I'm feeling kind of woozy. La, 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 la. To break the spell. I don't know how to break the spell. That's so funny. I want to say no, 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 sir. But at least I'm gonna say I tried. You liar. What a song, right? I really can't. But it's cold outside. I guess he made her an offer she couldn't refuse, right? Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing. That's one of the songs. Then when I was a clown, I was playing this song at one of my gigs that I used to do. I used to play in the garden. Was it a garden? It was oh gosh, I can't think of the name. Rice Road Greenhouses. I used to go to the Rice Road Greenhouses, and they'd have me in the floral area, and just to make it for spring, have a clown and playing my ukulele, playing songs and juggling and painting faces and all kinds of stuff. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I think if he asked me again this year, I could find it somewhere. I still have my outfit somewhere. I'm a little bit lighter to fit into it. I might be fitting out of it. I might have to find some new clothes to go up. But I still have the wigs. I think, yeah, I still got the wig, and I still got. I think I have most of my stuff, but I retired my clown. Was it last year, a year before? Yeah, and then COVID started. It was like perfect timing. I couldn't have done something better. Well, I guess it kind of made it worse because there's no clowns. There's no clowns. How are you supposed to have fun without clowns? I mean, I still have my nose, like I showed you. I'll stick around and play. I face paint every once in a while live. I do that once in a while because I do that for fun. I just come here mostly. It's a lifestyle channel for me, and it's here so I can show you how much fun you can have just being me. I have fun being me. You know what? And it's been fun. It really has been. I have a lot of things that people can say, oh, it could be real, but no. You know what? You get a life. You get one life, and you get all the choices you want, and it's up to you what you want to do with it. That's all. And some of my choices have been right, and some of them have been wrong. But I at least I've I don't compare myself to others, and I think I've been doing pretty good. So, anyways, yeah. So yeah, I've been playing the ukulele, and learning all the nuances of playing. I get kind of jazzy with some of the chords you can do. It sounds really pretty. Oh, one finger too, and it sounds so pretty. You don't have to try. It's the best. And I love that it's a. Well, I'll show you. It's an Epiphone. It's an Epiphone. I think I figured I'm old enough now. I can buy my own special gifts for myself. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of like a mutual. Frank says he bought it for me, but I bought it too. So it's like it's a shared thing, and he plays too. Of course, he plays guitar. He plays excellent guitar. I wish I could play as good as him. He plays, like Joe Satriani. He's like me. I just play along. But I hope to be good one day. I'm actually am planning, and Frankie's like, okay, whatever. But when when I'm turning 60, I'm going to have a band. I'm going to put a band together. So if you are wanting to learn an instrument, this is the great thing too, because I let people know ahead of time. Okay, so I'm going to be 60 in a few more years, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having a band, and so it's going to be the year 2030, 2031, 2030, 2030. Yeah, 2030. I want to do it then. Have a band. Okay. I'm thinking 20, is it 2030? Or is it going to, well, 2030, I'm already going to be 60. So I'm going to have it before that. Got to have it before that. So yeah, we're going to start as soon as I turn 60, get that band going. And I'm thinking making it more of vaudeville kind of thing, or it's going to be more entertainment, or it's going to be kind of like Alice Cooper kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like he puts on a show, like to put on a show, not just playing in front of people. But you know what? I'm also like, I like to dance. Hopefully I'll still have the feet for it. And I love singing, and I enjoy giving all kinds of examples of stuff. And maybe we'll play a little bit with art when I get to doing stuff like that too. It's all kind of like, flying by the seat of my pants kind of thing. I think that's the kind of life I've probably led most of my life. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I'm a pretty straightforward person. So, and if you want to follow along with me, you're more than welcome to here at my channel. I do it quite often. I post here quite often. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm getting some kind of weird message or something. Give me a second. Okay, yes. Anyway, so hi everybody. I'm starting back over again. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm the if you see my last little video I just did, I'm totally distracted. I have no concentration. I can't concentrate. So yeah, I got this going on, and I wrote a story. I wrote a story. I got a few stories actually. If you're interested, of course, I have a story. One's called on Amazon. It's only available on Kindle though. It's called The Plight of Time. I wanted to make it eventually into a series for somebody. I don't know, Amazon or for Netflix or something. But of course, they don't contact me, so. I can't let them know if they're not going to contact me or even check out the book. Like I say, it's called The Plight of Time by Kim Overholt. And it's a good story. If you like fantasy, it's a story about a boy who falls into a book. Well, you have to say a spell, and the spell in the book makes him kind of end up in another world kind of thing. And it's a cool story. I thought it was a cool story. I have this other one that it's going to be a series. I have a book series that I'm working on. It's called The Devil's Suit. And it's 4 stories, of course. Kind of like based on a deck of cards, because you know how much I enjoy doing cards and playing games, stuff like that. So I kind of made it, I called it The Devil's Suit. So it's a series of 4 books that I have called The Devil's Suit. And the book number 1, of course, is called The Devil's Spade. The Devil's Spade is about a guy who is going through a really rough divorce. And he ends up going on a drinking binge one night after consulting his lawyer kind of thing. And it's like one of those a Twilight Zone kind of things. Like he it all comes turns into like a blur. Okay, so he's drinking, and then all of a sudden it's like he starts at the bar and ends up in a blur. And next thing that he of course he wakes up and realizes that he's got dirt on his shoes, and he's all dirty, and he doesn't understand what had happened. He might must have blacked out uh, during his drinking binge after having such a rough time with the lawyer, blah blah blah. And then finds that there's a spade in his room, like an actual like a digging instrument, a shovel, and then wonders like what happened, and then he gets like a flashback of exactly what happened, and he hears the sirens all of a sudden, and he realizes that something terrible has happened to his wife. Yeah, one of those stories kind of thing where it's like, ooh, shocking. Well, you kind of knew that was kind of going to happen. Okay, so the second one is, so you have the Devil's Spade. The second one is called the Devil's Diamond. The Devil's Diamond is about a guy who is a baseball player, and yeah, I did write these. I did actually write these. It's about a baseball player, and he wants a great contract and everything. Like he's starting out, and he's thinking he's going to get the contract of a lifetime, right? Because he's been doing, playing the best and blah 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 blah. He thinks he's better than everybody else, that kind of thing. And he gets contacted by this woman who is actually, she says she's um, like a lawyers for a very big team kind of thing, and she wants him to solidify a deal with her so that he can start playing on this team. But what he doesn't realize is that there's a clause in this contract that he has to sign, kind of like the Devil's Diamond kind of. He has a contract he has to sign where he has only so long to be on this team. But what happens is that in the midst of everything else, he finds this woman really attractive, and of course, the whole point, the whole premise of the whole story is that she is luring him to find her attractive, so that when he signs the contract, before he signs the contract, he gives her a kiss, like he kisses her, like we could have something good going on, kind of thing. Gives her a kiss. And finds something very strange with the kiss that she gives him. And in this kiss, he all of a sudden realizes that he can't, like he all of a sudden feels like because they're getting pretty hot and heavy, and he gives her this kiss, and yeah, she gives him a kiss, and this thing goes into his throat. Okay, and what it is like, he finds out that she's not actually human, and she's actually the contract that he signed is to be, obviously, like he does get the deal. He does get the deal of being this great baseball legend, right? But the unfortunate thing is that when he kissed her, she's not from this planet. What she's done is actually put a host into his body that at the end of the contract will actually kill him. It'll burst out of him, and he'll become, I don't know, actually, I hadn't thought of it like maybe some kind of zombie or something. I don't know. I didn't think of it. I thought maybe he just died, and whatever thing that was inside of him kind of got out, and whatever. Okay, so that's the Devil's Diamond. The Devil's Club. Oh, the Devil's Club. Yeah, the Devil's Club. I thought of making it like a vampire story, so I'm still working on that one. Vampire story where you go out to the club and hang out your club and stuff like that. But this place that this person found is a little bit off the beaten path, and kind of ends up being a vampire club where you don't realize it at the time, but then the club ends up moving one day, and I think they go looking for somebody or something about the club, that they wanted to continue being in the club, and the main point is that you had to become a vampire to be part of this club, kind of thing. Okay, and the Devil's Heart. The Devil's Heart. Oh my God, I've written the story already. The Devil's Heart is a beautiful story, and it's all about a kiss as well. Not so much a kiss of death, but a kiss of eternal life. How about that? Yeah. So what happens is that the Devil's Heart is a story about a girl who, she's been going out with the same guy for a few years, and then she moves back home for her own reasons, that kind of thing. They kind of end up drifting apart, and they break up, and she's on her own, kind of thing. He doesn't really care for it very much, so she goes out one night. I don't know, one night she just go out one night. What she does is she goes out wandering around like she usually does, and goes to one of her local places that she goes is an old jewelry store. Well, isn't it? It's more like an antique store. So she goes to an old antique store and she finds this beautiful thing. It's like a ruby. It's I'm thinking maybe it's. I already have like an idea of what it looks like. So I think about this. The whole concept comes constantly. So it's like a little ruby, and but it's actually it's very powerful. It's ruby. It actually has a spell in it, and it's wrapped in gold wrapping around it, and this beautiful red ruby, and it's like a gift she finds, and nobody really knows what it's worth, and nobody said we think it. The person who bought it thought it was costume jewelry, so she gives it to her, says, "Hey, there's a gift for you," kind of thing. Enjoy it. This jewel ends up being a main piece to something that this character that kisses the main girl in the story. It belongs to him. He made some kind of pact with the devil, something or other, but because he did a lot of bad things, and what happened is like he was supposed to take the jewel with him when he died to kind of pay the devil for all his sins and be able to get in heaven, that kind of thing. And what happens is on his deathbed, somebody steals the jewel, and it goes through the centuries, blah blah blah. So he has to go finding it, and finds her, and she doesn't know. Like, she's got this costume piece of jewelry, and she doesn't know what it is, so she puts it as an amulet around her neck, kind of thing, because it has like a little loop on it. And so what happens is he comes finding her, and uh, what ends up being that they live in the same building together, and yeah, because he kind of finds out where she's living, and he's immortal, so he's got all kinds of money and all kinds of things. So, and he's very efficient for what he does. Like, over the years, he's become like artisan of some sort. He's very at like woodworking of some sort. I think, I'm not sure. I can't really think about it at the time. But yeah, so he gets the jewel back, and in exchange for that, she asks him to give her immortality because he has it, and she has something that she's kind of like in the back of her mind. She's always wanted to be immortal and just kind of see what it's like. And he's like, "No, you don't want it. You don't want it." And she's like, "Yeah, I do." And so he goes, "Okay," and gives her this kiss, and wow. It's all in the kiss, right? The whole story goes. The Devil's Heart, right? The Devil's Heart is that little jewel that she finds, and she gives back to him, and he gives her immortality in exchange for this. Now, I'm having it. I kind of had the story going, so it extends. So the story is like, after she is now immortal, he has to take the jewel back to where he originally came from, which I think I made it an old Irish tale. Yeah, something based out of Ireland, based on some kings and stuff like that, out of some old books that I read that had to do with before anybody could write anything down. There used to be a way of reserving things to tell stories of the past, which is with songs. So you could remember, if you could remember the song, like, "It's Cold Outside." You can remember the story of the kings and the lineage before that kind of thing. Is it really like Irish history is actually kind of interesting, and I do find it fascinating. And I always have been interested in immortality too. So it's kind of like that last story, the Devil's Heart's kind of based on kind of like maybe it's a selfie kind of story, uh, I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, about myself. Yeah, right. Whatever. I'm not immortal, believe me. I wish, if there were such thing, that would be the coolest thing to be. But I don't think I'd want to. And like the guy in the story says, yeah, I don't think he'd want to. I mean, there's some great things about living and about the life, but what if you got sick, and then you have to spend the rest of your living life being sick for, or what if you had a disease? What if you had a disease that kind of extended like right into, I don't know, into your immortality, so that even if you live forever, you weren't well? I don't think I'd want that. If you can't have a good quality life, what's the sense of living, right? I mean, that's part of the reason why I think a lot of people give up, that a lot of rich people give up on their life, because even though, they have all the money in the world, their quality of life is maybe not what they wanted it to be. And you can't, all the money in the world can't make you happy. And that's the bottom line of what it is. It's like me. Like I say, I have this thing where it's like I could be sad with all the things that go on in life that could have gone, that may should have been right but may have gone wrong, or that may have been that could have happened, that could have been wrong, that I didn't allow to happen to me. So I've actually done okay. I've done okay with my life, is what I'm trying to say. I can't complain. I could complain about at the end game where they said, "Oh yeah, you got this pension coming for you." There's no pension. So believe me, if you love something, if you love doing something, do what you love, because in the end, what you get paid for, working in a factory all your life and you get a pension, and the pension, what if it turns out not to be what you thought it was going to be? I unfortunately don't have that problem. I've never worked in a factory all my life. I've worked in a factory, but I have never had to go that far. I was told when I was younger, "Oh, you got to work for GM because that way you get a good pension, blah blah blah." And I thought, okay, what if I want to work somewhere, do something else? What if I want to do my own thing? Well, then you don't get a good pension. But the bottom line is as long as you love what you're doing, it won't seem like a chore, right? That's what people tell me, anyways. And I know a lot of very successful artists right now who, they've let it become their life, their lifestyle. And although it may not make a lot of money, it makes them enough to be able to have their own lifestyle. And that's what they want. That's what anybody wants, is to be able to just live without any like you're going to have responsibilities regardless. If you want rights, you have to have responsibilities, of course. But to have a way where you wouldn't have to drop everything, I guess maybe that's the key. I don't know, where you don't feel like you're going to feel unimportant if you stop doing something. It's going to just keep on going, right? Anyways, again, here's with me putting my foot in my mouth, because I do have a habit of doing that. And so saying that, but yeah, hey, with saying that, I like watching a lot of live stuff when I'm up early enough in the morning to watch live things. I like to watch live broadcasts, and I watch this guy, and he's really funny, actually. He acts really serious, but I'm sure he's actually a joke. Well, not a joke, but he's funny. His name's John, and yeah, he talks about all kinds of stuff, and what am I trying to get at? Yeah, I like see hearing other people's point of views, and being able to talk with people as well, is a great thing to do. And I love sharing. So one of the things I always appreciate is people that have a good sense of humor and don't mind, like, doing your own thing, and being your own person, thinking for yourself. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I think is really great, is the ability to be able to think for yourself. And when you have trouble trying, like you find yourself in a glitch, that's what I want to talk to you about. Yeah. When you find yourself in times of trouble, no. When you find yourself that you're a little bit uncertain of certain ways to go, um, you kind of have to consult your friends. You consult your friends, or you kind of think about, well, if the shoe was on the other foot, what other options would I have? And sometimes that's why I always do the bit of a card too. Uh-huh. That kind of looks like a friend of mine. He's a little bit in hiding right now, moment. Yeah. And of course, the Queen of Cups is on the bottom. See, so I always look for stuff, and I'm always keeping an eye out. So, does that look like anybody? It looks like a friend that I know. If I can get closer. One sec. Can I get closer? Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah. And I'll consult my cards, because that's 5. Ooh, and 5. Okay, and it has to do. Oh, it's a little bit on the negative side, but that's okay. Financial difficulties. Yeah, see? Financial difficulties. See, when you're ever finding a little bit, things might be off a little bit, you're having a little bit of problems with finance, say. Uh, this is always you just have to believe in yourself. Like, see, I'm telling you, like, sometimes so this John guy was saying, like, when you do tarot card readings, it gives you a generalization of stuff too, but when you talk about stuff out loud, sometimes you're self-fulfilling as well. And for me, I'm always trying to do self-fulfilling things, like continue with my art. I'm always trying to make sure that I do a little bit of magic. It's always fun to do a little bit of showing people joy, giving people happiness. It's just like little tiny things that make the difference in my life and in yours too, and showing appreciation. See, and it doesn't have to be about money. It's not about monetary stuff, honestly. You know what? I have a bad tooth right now, and it's kind of bothering me. And I'm really not looking forward to going to the dentist. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to kind of say. Yeah, because now with the whole COVID thing, I'm worried that they're going to ask me, well, have you had the test? And I don't want to. I don't want to. If there's any other way of getting the test other than having to put that swab in your nose or something, because I really don't want that. And I don't know. Well, whatever. You know what? That's between me and myself and I don't really want to tell you about that, because you really don't need to know. Oh, look! I took my glasses off. Does my eye look any better? Is it getting better yet? I don't know. I think maybe one more day I have to go without. I'll have to go without my contact lenses for maybe one more day. See, it's all like on one side too. My tooth bothering me, my eye. My hand cramps on me on this side sometimes. Probably because I'm playing this too much. Oh. Ow. And I cut myself. I fell the other day. It was very slippery, and I'm in Canada, so there's lots of ice. And yeah, I fell and slipped on the ice, and at least I didn't break my phone, but I did end up breaking the skin in a weird spot. So every time I go do dishes and stuff, it ends up opening back up again. Craziness. I know. So, insert other foot into mouth. Thank you very much. So yes, for today, I had to kind of keep in my mind, yeah, like the card says, it's about keeping a low profile, finances, and keep it on the low down, everything like that. Just kind of, I'm just trying to keep it everything kind of on the low down right now, but it's all good. As you can see with my Queen of Cups there, it's always a very good thing, something always good to draw from, always something good to draw from. And I will probably be doing a little bit of art later on too. I do have some time on my hands. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate that I can go and talk for about 35 minutes, and you guys are still awesome and hanging out and talking with me. Well, hanging out anyways. I appreciate that. All right. So in the meantime, I'm trying to think. Is there anything new that I should tell you about, or? I told you about my stories. At least, yeah, I got my stories. And oh yeah. You know what? I had a friend that actually told me if you have a little bit of pain on your tooth, using a clove um, is a good thing to do. Like yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that those cloves will work. I know. It's supposed to deaden the pain for some reason, the nerves. Yeah. Well, I thought it was dead. I thought the nerve was dead, but yeah, it's still very much alive. So yeah. Oh, you know what? I might do some painting. So I think I might play with this today. So if you want to hang out with me a little while, I'm going to find a picture that I could maybe. Um, I've been big on making a lot of Brad Pitt pictures lately, and but you know what? I want to see if I can find a face that has like say blue. Because his background is blue with white and a portrait. The great thing about art nowadays is I used to have to look at a picture. I used to have the actual blah, physical picture to have to look at to. Sorry, I'm not spelling correctly. And yeah, so I used to have the image right in front of me. Now I can go scrolling for images, and if I see something that I like, I can recreate it right from here onto here. I love it. It's the best. Now, if I can find a picture, I'm trying to find a picture. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Um, yeah, let me pull this off of here so that I can see what I'm doing here. Oh, there we go. There's that. Oh, I was, like I say, I was a magician's assistant one time, and I went to this one place. It was called. I stayed overnight at this place called Gypsy on the Lake, and it was somewhere up north. Can't remember at the moment what the name of the place, but where the place was. But the name of the place was called Gypsy on the Lake, and it was a bed and breakfast. And the room that I was in was the blue room. And even thinking about it now, it creeps me out a little bit because I remember um, there was a lot. There was like a lot of blue pictures. Like there was a blue Picasso there. I remember. There were all kinds of blue pictures, and I think I recall seeing something that looked like a girl or something in blue, or a portrait in blue. And I'll see what I can find that'll kind of look similar to this, and I can paint this here. Yeah, Kimmy. Oh, there's clouds. I can do clouds. I'm already started. It looks like clouds almost. Here, I'll pull this over a little bit so you can see a little bit more. I don't know how long I'm going to stay online, but I appreciate you. And I'm gonna make it a finger painting so you can watch me do a finger painting. It'll be cool. Once I find the picture, of course, it would probably have to be. I could put white. I could put some red in there too, I guess. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. I'll find one. I'll find one. Portrait. Let's see. The equation, see what I can come up with. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, maybe that one would be good. Ooh, maybe. Let me see if there's any other ones. I'm sure there's plenty. Plenty. Oh, I've done that one already. Plenty o pics. Yeah, I heard rumors. Of somebody that I know. Somebody I don't know, actually. But let me see. Lighting? Blue and white. See, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. I'm trying to find like lighting, blue and white lighting. Does that make a difference? Oh, there it is. There's one of them. I saw this one years ago. And, ooh, it's actually in a blue. I'll find more like this one. That'd be cool. About, yeah. Maybe I'll find more. Okay, let's go images. Images only, I guess that's what someone's going to give me. I'm trying. Yeah, maybe. Backstep. Okay, I'm going to backstep. Nope. Okay, never mind. Oh, goodness. Maybe it'll just have to be that one. We'll just have to make it that one. Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Here we go again. Because, I go looking and it's just like, that's not what I want. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play with this a little bit, and when I find the picture I'm looking for, I'll come back and I'll show you what I've been doing, okay? Because I know I'm boring you to pieces. So in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Stop by often, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I hope you have a fantastic day. My tooth is starting to subside a little bit. I'm okay. And I hope you have a great day. Peace out, brother, as my mom used to say, with a little bit added. And yeah, we'll play something next time as well. I'll make sure we'll have a full entertainment set up for you, and not so off the seat of my pants live. Okay, so have a great day. You rock. What can I say? Awesome.